We always talk about offenses understanding what they want to do before they go into a game, and they practice it. They have their script and the plays they want to open with. But defenses aren't just reactive. They have their own ideas as well. These ideas didn't get implemented very well. 3 plays and a touchdown already scored against them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now Lawrence to throw. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
Hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
That's exactly what you're looking for, the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 36. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Now Lawrence. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Etienne up the middle. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run placing second and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like second and impossible, now has him within throwing range of a first down.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Lawrence. Man open, here is Jones. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Lawrence now off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's Lawrence to throw. This is caught. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. Etienne. And trying to shake free, but Etienne cannot. The defense will stop him short. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on, and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Going for it, here's Etienne. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They run it again with Williams. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Goff. He's got this complete to Williams. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Here's Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Lawrence. He completes it to Ridley. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 26. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving. Let's go.
Straight ahead, Etienne. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Lawrence will throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure if that doesn't happen to your team again, they've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Play action. It's Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. When you think of guys that are built to be big-arm quarterbacks, Jared Goff, he fits that mold, and he showed it off right there.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
And that wound up traveling at even 58 yards in the air, according to next-gen stats. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points. But, oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Well, those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
After the interception, here's Goff. Out to his left. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step toward forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
On second down, Williams. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Now a play fake, and it's Goff. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Trayvon Walker able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Michael Badgley on for the field goal of 36-yard attempt.
Badgley's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
From the 6. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Jaguars take over first down 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action. It's Lawrence. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 41. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this group, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Kind of surprised they accept the penalty.
The only thing that comes to mind for me is they want to move them back 5 yards because they feel good about their defense. But in most situations, you take the down. That's what counts more.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw. Lawrence. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Romeo Okwara shooting in there and dropping it for the sack. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, CD, you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game. I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
No question, that was needed by the defense because they're already trailing by a couple of scores. They had to get off the field without allowing another one. That sack on the first play, that may have derailed this drive.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
First down 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And a 5-yard gain gets them to the 42.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the gun on third down, Lawrence. And able to find Kirk complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Running out of the gun with ETN. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On first down, Lawrence. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And they'll get this down to the 10. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off.
Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness when it works. And the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest. Now a sack. He's definitely campaigning for Player of the Week honors, isn't he, partner?
To try again after the sack. Lawrence. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
The partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Patterson's kick is good.
And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done. Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6.
Lawrence.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or 2, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. And now here's another interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jamison Williams.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he stopped immediately there. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Franks. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
The Franks looking to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 35. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Off the play fake, here's Franks. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on first down now. Here's 2nd down. Franks. This one caught by Ridley. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
They'll run with ETN. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 86 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On first down, right back to ETN. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. Etienne once more. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Franks now. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Second down, Franks. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Back-to-back great plays defensively. Get the sack on first and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at third and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down in distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet to try and dial something up here.
Ball at the 6, third and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 5 on the QB run, but it's going to bring up a 4th down. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this, let's try to get it in the end zone?
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
Jaguars 12.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Here's Goff. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he's got room. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Goff. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
Goff now looks to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
The full start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. A shotgun snap for Goff. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Two-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 112 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Franks. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 25 yards that time.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far on this drive. This offense on the march.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
On On second down, a run with Etienne.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal.
10 cycles.
They go play action with Franks.
Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's fourth down.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
Patterson's kick is good.
But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Back to throw. Franks. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 50.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know from working with you that you're about as old school as they come. Your thoughts on throwing that ball from the 1-yard line?
Yeah, I just got done walking my dinosaur, as you well know, and ordinarily I'm screaming, run the football from the 1-yard line. But if you are going to throw it, just take extra care. That didn't happen there, and they turned the ball over.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
That tackle by Trayvon Walker. Nice play. He blows that up behind the line of scrimmage.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
They'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Now it's gone. That's complete to the tight end, Akins. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. He'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a fourth down.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On fourth down, Goff. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Akins. And he's going to have the Lions first down as this defense cannot come up with a play that they need. In fact, they surrender a big chunk, 17 yards there on fourth down. Goff throwing again.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Goff going to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jags are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Now with that interception, you feel like we've got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Working out of the gun, Franks.
And that is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. Throwing now, Goff. He's airing it out for Williams.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Goff. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Goff.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see them drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
And the Jags, Charles, I think they're on the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They put up their goal at the beginning of the season, and that was to win 7 games, and now they've accomplished that mission.
And congratulations to them for achieving their goal. They have to finish the season strong, but you got to think that going forward for next year, they're going to jump that number up a little bit higher.
Your goals, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach. Put me in the game. They put me in, so I'm going in. You play for fun, I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I could beat them again. They thought I was done, I went on a run and beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you say, I'm not one of them. When I jump in my bag, I could jump out the gym. Take a look at my legacy, I gotta let them see I'm out here winning, cause I'm on a mission. Put me in the game, cause the way I'm feeling, I honestly do not see no competition. I gotta get it, so it ain't no quitting. We jumped off the benches and jumped in the trenches. No one is better than all of us, and that's why all of us been winning from the beginning. It's more than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach. Put me in the game.